Hello, Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is news time again from this very good channel. Welcome back. How are you all doing? Hope you're good. I pray that God will be with you in your endeavors. Today we have another update for you, and I want you to, after listening to it, you drop your opinion and suggestions you have so that Biafra will be free. And that's just it. Okay, let's go there.
I can actually tell you that the United Nations president is United Nations Secretary General. He was the former Portuguese, Prime Minister. His name is Antonio Guterres. So the freedom fighters all over the world, not only in Nigeria, freedom fighters in Bazonia, Cameroon, they were being killed, maimed in their large number by the then Cameroonian government, still under Paul Biya. They were killed and maimed in Cameroonian government under Amada Hijo. So let me tell you, currently, Bazonia is coming because actually United Nations USA has actually begun to intervene in conflicts, serious pogrom or confrontation between Cameroon and Bazonia. And then again, we were seeing what actually went on in 1967. From 1967 to 1970, Biafra and Nigeria fought silly. They fought themselves, and the Western world were interested, sponsored by, led by the Great Britain, who actually supported Nigeria military clique with lethal weapons. They supplied them weapons, turning their backs on Igbo. And we were all colonized by Britain in the past. Even if you ask me, I will tell you that people that bought into British culture and tradition are the Igbos, because we are all Christians. The British man supported the Arab Fulanis because of what they should gain or eat. And today we are seeing the fire of that same Biafra war burning under Nnamdi Kanu, who was illegally rendition from Nairobi, Kenya into Nigeria. I'm telling you right away that when Kanu was at least arrested in 2021, he was incarcerated, kept dormant, wasted, stagnated at DSS facilities. Everything went down. The Igbos, everybody turned to what? High school. Nobody was saying anything again until someone took it upon himself, denying himself social life, denying himself his wife and family, and took it upon himself to make sure that the fire of Biafra is not killed. And today, in the person of Nnamdi Kanu, we've seen a renewed version of Biafra agitation that actually started in the faraway Scandinavian Europe. He pumped every material support to make sure that indigenous people of Biafra are agitating, going from place to place with Biafran flag. They are not violent. They are non-violent agitators, and the whole world actually crowned them with that incentive, the most peaceful agitators in the world. His name, the leader, is Mazi Simon Njoko. As far as I'm concerned, the second person in command to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is that young man, Simon Ekpa. The second in command of IPOB, two of them are incarcerated right now. That was what prompted the United Nations President or Secretary General Antonio Guterres for making that statement that he will never sleep, seeing the freedom fighters all over the world going what they are going through presently. He has taken it upon himself, the United Nations Secretary General, to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is abruptly, as fast as, let off the hook of the wicked Nigerian DSS facilities. See, the DSS over the years has kept this man more than 50 months now in one place, denying him his doctors, denying him his lawyers. His medical team has never been given allowance, the chance to go and check on Nnamdi, which is why we are happy. We are at least publicizing it, making it known to everybody in Nigeria that if Nnamdi Kanu dies, Nigeria will die. Everybody, every champion that are part of Nnamdi Kanu's whatever, if it happens to that, I'm telling you, will actually bear the responsibility. They don't allow his doctors, they don't allow his wife, they don't allow his brothers. What has he committed? Nothing. Simply because he's agitating for his nation, Biafra. Conquer me, the kind of treatment given to this man has given the Biafra nation the kind of rapid exits that the Fulanis has never ever dreamt of. Comfort me, Nnamdi Kanu is coming out, and the administration of Buhari and all its components that actually abducted Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, they should actually go to ICC and answer to it. Especially the Malami, the then Attorney General of the Federation, who actually give that kind of abnormal legal process take place in Nigeria. I think Malami is not qualified to be a primary 2 student, let alone an Attorney General of a federation called Nigeria. Malami is more poorly educated than Almejeri that begs food on the street of Kanu. Malami Abubakar is not qualified to hold any public office in Africa because he is a letdown to legal practitioner. He is a letdown to law, up to international jurisprudence, international law. Malami, the former Attorney General of Federation under Buhari regime, is a letdown to justice. They are actually rubbishing themselves on the global legal platform. A whole Attorney General of Federation could actually allow that kind of injustice to take place in Nigeria. Malami has failed. In all its ramifications, I think his certification as a lawyer has actually disqualified him, demoted him, not to even handle magistrate court, where marital issue, marriage between man and man, is being treated in Nigeria. Malami is a dullard, a legal dullard. He should be subjected or demoted to legal, small scale, pocket, legal practitioner. Not to that level where he found himself before. Because he's a man that violates fellow man. Thinking that his Hausa language can actually paint Nnamdi black. He spoke and attack with abusive word at Nnamdi on 21st June 2021. After the abduction of Nnamdi from Kenya.
Okay, and we've seen Ngozi Orabueze Twitter account suspended, and now a lot of Biafrans online have come out to accuse the Tinubu government of making this happen yesterday. It was shocking that her account was suspended. They said she go against the policy of Twitter, and for that she could not pass information to that she supposed to have passed for people to but I think she's gotten a new account now. But do you think that the Nigerian government, just like what they did to Ekpa, do you think they are going against her?
No, they cannot. That's the policy of X. X policy, Ngozi Orabueze handle violates it, and El-Musk doesn't respect anybody. El-Musk is doing his job. That establishment belongs to El-Musk. So it's not having anything to do with Tinubu administration. Tinubu himself is a violator of law, due process, equity and justice. He's a man that actually violated the court order to release an innocent man in the recent time. Buhari did it in the past. Tinubu has done it. So X could never have looked that way, to disobey or to, rubbish someone like that, like Ngozi Orabueze. They are following their community policy. I don't know what I understand. That's why they actually, let me say, strike Orabueze's X account. So there's no issue with that. And again, El-Musk could not have stooped that low, playing game of politics with Nigerian government. El-Musk in question, I think I see him aligning with Trump and the Biafra international lobbyists to make sure that he come down to southeastern Nigeria and develop Igbo land. El-Musk will never have anything contrary like that. So what happened is that he went against the policy of X, then the communication policy. Anything about Nigerian government, all the social media giants, they know Nigerian government as a government, illegitimate government, a government that is full of fallacies. So they wouldn't have at least done anything like that.
That's how the government going around lavishing money on Samuel Ekpa. Wasting money on Samuel Ekpa. How is Samuel Ekpa become a problem to Nigeria? Since Samuel Ekpa have been deprived not to speak to Biafra. Has the insecurity of Nigeria stopped? The answer is no.
Suspend our account. But do you think that Nigeria government can continue with this? We saw what they did to Ekpa, and again, they are with Ongos even planning to even arrest her possibly. What's your take as regards this?
The truth, if it is Nigeria government that is going for Rabweze, I think it's not the solution to it. Because if you block a Rabweze account, another person will stand up again. There are millions of people, thousands of people, Biafrans, who can do more than what Rabweze is doing. So blocking that woman account is not what is not needed. Now that the IBB have revealed the secret that Igbos are not the one that planned the coup, don't forget that because of this coup, Igbos have been denied to go into the corridors of power after the Biafra war. After the Gowon have said to the Igbos that no victor, no vanquish. Igbos have been in the vanquish side. Don't allow them to come near to the corridor of power. But now that the secret has been revealed, for me, I will have think by now Nnamdi Kanu should have been free from the hand of DSS. Because if you look at the first place, what make Nnamdi Kanu to come out to fight for Biafra was because of this injustice, this marginalization given to the Igbos, whereby you don't allow them to come into the corridors of power. Don't forget that the former vice president said that without Igbo, no Nigeria. They are the one that control the economy, which is the person of Osibanjo. Even the president and vice president also testified to it, that when he went to Imo State, Enugu State, that Igbos are the engine rooms of the economy of Nigeria. So if you agree that these people are the engine room of the economy of Nigeria, why don't you give them chance to rule? So for me, blocking Rabweze Twitter account is a waste of time, and it's waste of Nigerian resources, taxpayers' money. Look at what is happening in America now. Donald Trump have told UK that every penny that Joe Biden spent on them during the war, that Ukraine are going to pay heavily for it. Because it's taxpayers' money. That's how a reasonable country, a country that is governed by rule of law, works. You don't pay people taxpayers' money. That's how the government going around lavishing money on Ekpa. Wasting money on Ekpa. How is Ekpa become a problem to Nigeria? Since Ekpa have been deprived not to speak to Biafra, has the insecurity of Nigeria stopped? The answer is no. We were in this country a few weeks ago where the Fulani bandit stormed Benue, Ebonyi State, and killed over 30 people, choosing members who are going to church. So instead of Nigerian government to face on the insecurities and work on the foreign country, as I speak to you, hunger is leveraging Nigeria. The economy of Nigeria is in shambles. Yes, you keep going after these people in diaspora. If Nigeria is okay, do you think reasonable Igbo people will believe on Ekpa? Ekpa that is not even in Nigeria. Dr. Rabweze that is not in Nigeria. It's because of Nigeria is not working. Many Nigerians are jobless. That's why they have time. That's why Nigerian government give them time to listen to Ekpa or listen to Samuel or Rabweze, because they feel that these people are fighting for them. So for me, blocking Rabweze Twitter account for me is not the solution to the problem.
It's not the solution. Okay, and we know that she has created a new account, and with what I've seen, a lot of Biafrans on Twitter. So I'll say they said if they have their way, they will also block that of President Tinubu for this injustice. And they said because they know that Tinubu and the government have that Ngozi has a very strong point of view and a very strong voice for coming to expose the Nigerian government and the Nigerian military. That's why they've done this to her. Another thing we want to look at is that the UN have ordered for the release of Ekpa and all freedom fighters around the world. Do you think that the UN have what it takes to let go of Nnamdi Kanu and Ekpa?
Yes, of course, they have what it takes, because Nigeria, we are just claiming with sovereignty of our own country. Rather than our leader, they went to these people and borrow money. They take order from them. So if the UN truly want to ask the Nigerian government to free Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu, they will do the needful. Because at the first place, you say, who are the people backing Nigerian government not to release Nnamdi Kanu? It's Britain. Don't forget that Nnamdi Kanu is from UK. If the UK will have done the needful, Nnamdi Kanu will not be in the DSS detention today. Because they know that they are making the country, that Nnamdi Kanu is exposing their secret on a daily basis. That's why they keep mute. They don't speak of Nnamdi Kanu. They do all their possible, but because they know that it's going to be against their law. That's why they do all the possible means that Nigerian government did not kidnap Nnamdi Kanu in the UK. They went to Kenya, one of the African countries, to go and do that unlawful act by kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. So for me, there's nothing. It's not going to be a new thing for us. They are the one that supporting Nigerian government to detain Nnamdi Kanu. If they come and put pressure on the same Nigerian government to release it, of course they will do the needful. But one thing that is sure that Donald Trump is involved. and this is Nnamdi Kanu will be revealed. I did it on my platform where Donald Trump also said that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. And killing of Christians in the Southeast should stop. So Nigerian government does not have a choice because Donald Trump is the president of the world. He has every power capacity to put pressure on any country in the world, and they will do the needful. Look at it now, all the countries that have been supporting Ukraine right now, all of them, they are falling behind Donald Trump now because Donald Trump have told Ukraine that at the first place, the fight you went for a wrong fight. And today, Ukraine, they are on their own. When I was telling people that Ukraine, what the president of Ukraine is doing, he's doing rubbish. People say, I don't have sense. I don't know what I'm saying. What achievement and what benefit does this Ukraine fight bring to Ukraine? That he has killed billions of Ukraine. How can you say, like Niger now, who is our border, Niger say you want to fight Nigeria? Is it possible? Why will Ukraine say you want to go and fight Russia? If you have problem, you dialogue it. Go into dialogue with them and settle it. So for me, Donald Trump is the light of the world, and the light has come to shine, and the darkness cannot comprehend it.
Okay. You talk about Trump and UK, backing, Nigeria for Nnamdi Kanu, not releasing Nnamdi Kanu. But also recently we've seen Donald Trump, ban, aside ban Nigerians from US, he has also banned Nigeria. Even the UK are involved in not giving them free access to visa to the US just recently. I think yesterday, UK was among. Do you not think that he knows that UK are supporting Nigeria?
UK are evils. British are evil. They are part of people that they put us into this mess. So Trump have known them. Don't you know that it is a UK that push Ukraine to this fight? Trump have seen that. That's why Trump have denied them visa now. No visa for UK, no visa for Nigeria to US in 2025. So they are evil. It is only Nnamdi Kanu that have the gall to talk the evil about Queen Elizabeth before her death. And that's why UK, they are battled that young man. Despite Nnamdi Kanu is the citizen of UK. So UK is evil. They are part of the problem we're facing in Nigeria.
But do you think that this will affect UK or make them, rethink their
It might not really affect them, but they don't have any option because they cannot fight US. They don't have what it takes to fight US. As I talk to you now, you say Macron yesterday went to visit Donald Trump. Telling Donald Trump, I'm with you. I'm not with UK. So UK, they are afraid. Evils of UK will hurt after them. That's what Nnamdi Kanu have told them.
Was that political leadership of the country eludes the Igbos. The Igbos have not been able to be part of the political leadership of the country since 1966 till date. It is an eyesore. It is, let me say, the privation of the highest order. It is a hyper marginalization method against Igbo man that the Fulani, the Yoruba, the Hausa and the rest of them have been ruling Nigeria for over how many years now, and Nigeria has not been able to become a good country, a place to be.
Only Finland has summoned the ambassador for Nigeria. The book of IBB have revealed many things against the Igbos, which the book has been circulation. Even there's a pressure from the north. They are telling Babangida to ban the book so that further release of the book should be on hold, because the book is reaching all the nations, and many nations now are now sympathetic to the Biafran people, that the genocide of the civil war and the coup was not the fault of the Igbos. If you are watching, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, like and share, and watch all of our former videos for more information. Mr. Ralph, Finland has now summoned the Nigerian ambassador. We want to see you over the case of Simon Ekpa, because his people are not the cause of the civil war, and they did conduct the military coup.
There is more.
How does that come to you, sir?
There is much international sympathy, going on all around the globe in favor of Igbo man, bordering on the book released by IBB recently. It was actually discovered that the coup was all Nigerian coup. It wasn't particularly for Igbo man. The Igbo man were killed, the whole military officers in the barracks across Nigeria in their large numbers. I could remember a pregnant wife of a particular soldier from Igbo extraction, as a result of, let me say, a high moral and respect in the military, he shot his wife. No, he shot his husband. His husband killer was his husband's brother. What a pity. Colonel Unebu was shot in the presence of his wife, pregnant wife, by a military officer who happens to be his immediate junior brother. That is the kind of respect they have within the military hierarchy. So the book written by IBB, the former military head of state of this country, has actually vindicated the entire Igbos that the genocide of 1967, 68, 69, 70 was for nothing. The Igbos have been vindicated. This is attracting international sympathies from all European countries, American countries, Asians, and even Australia. They have now begun to ask questions. There should be compensation, reparation if care is not taken.